Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jules, and in this video today we are going to be creating the possibility on the Divi theme to add your photo and your name to your WordPress blog page. Okay, so for example, you have this came actually from a client that I was working with. They had like this newspaper website, and they wanted for each user or each editor to have like their own photo and their name on the website, and then this other button as well, which is like the social media buttons. So it is not exactly that easy to do it with the Divi theme. So I would walk you through the process of being able, I mean, you can always design it the way that you want, but the most important thing here is how to get it on the blog page. So there are just a few things I've left in this video in the description box, a link to my blog where you can pick up the codes. It's just basically like a PHP code and then a short code that you can use. Let me show you how it looks. So this is it. You have a short code that we will put in. As I go ahead, you will see it, the PHP code, and an optional CSS if you want to style it the way that I did. Okay. So first things first, what we have to do actually is that we have to install a plugin, which is just basically a way of putting in the the PHP mostly, without putting it on the plugin function, the PHP. So the first thing you have to do, this is the plugin actually is called snippet code. Yeah. Let me see on the plugin page. It is called code snippet. Sorry, yeah, exactly. So you just have to go in here on your backend on your website, and then you type code snippet. I already have it here. And this is the plugin. Okay, I've already activated it here, so you can just go ahead and upload the plugin, or and then you click activate, so you can go through that process. This is the plugin. So after you do that, you would have the plugin here. Okay, so you can just go in. What I've done already is that I've already put in the 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 PHP code. But basically what you would do is that you would just have to go in here, up here, and then you add new, and then you can write the title here, which is author image, for example. And then you just come here to the article, and then you copy the PHP code, you come back, and then you can just paste it here. All right, after you paste it, let me just show you. After you paste it, then you just have to come down here and then you click save and activate. Okay, since I've already done that, I will not do it again, but let me just show you where it is in my code. So this is it. I've already done it. I just pasted it here, and then I clicked activate or save. Yeah, so I just put here author photo, but you can put any title that you want. So basically what this function does is that it calls out the author name, which would be what we'll be using here. All right, and then it gives it a short code of what we have here, which is author box, right? And if you look at the code, this is what it would be, author box. Yeah, all right, so that is what is calling out in the Divi. Like, this code basically calls out the Divi builder to be able to have this in the blog post. So the next thing you have to do as well is go to users. This is the most important part. So for example, here I've already created it, I've already done it, but you would see here in users that I already have a photo here. So what you have to do here is come and click on edit on users, and for you will probably not see the photo here because I've already put it. But what you have to do here is come here, there is the button here at the bottom. If you haven't done it here, you just have to right click and open it, What it would do basically is that it will open this website. There would be like here I've already logged in, but there would be like a login option for you, and what you have to do is just go in, and then they would ask you the username, the password, and everything. I'm really sorry that I already did this before, but it will be a simple process. I think you can always go online and find a video of how to create everything there. Okay, so basically what you would see is what is important here is that for the email, make sure that you put the email address of your website there. So for example here, if I go back to user, you will see that I have this email address here, and that's the email address that you have to use, the email address that came with the WordPress website. So after you've finished doing that, actually this is the page where I did it from. After you've finished doing that, then you can come into your profile section and make the changes here. You can change the avatar. For example, this is the one that I put. You can upload the one that you want, etc. You can always come here. You can add about for display name. You can change it to whoever you want. If it's your name, about, you can write whatever you want, pronunciations, blah blah blah, everything. Okay, I think this is a simple process, and when you're finished doing that, this would automatically just appear here on your WordPress website as your photo. So that is already done. Okay, then when you're finished, you just update it. Okay, so after you have done this, the next step now is going to actually your blog post Divi customizer. So you have to go to theme builder, and on theme builder I've already created different themes, but I'll just show you. There's the header, there's the footer. So you create one yourself, and then you assign it. You make sure that you assign it to all posts, okay, or whatever post that you want. For the purpose of this video alone, I'm just assigning it to this specific post, which is called flower garden, and this is actually the post itself. Okay, so I've already gone ahead and done that, but let me just show you how I did it. So you have to assign the body to this, and on the body, if you open it, I've already gone ahead and done everything here. So you have like the blog post, blah blah blah, all these things that are there. I've already created this, but let's go ahead and do this again so it will be easier for you to understand what I mean. So let me just close this again, and then we start all over again. Let me so if we go back here now, for example, you don't see it anymore. You just see the blog post. Okay, so first things first, let's add this section. So if we have closed it, it would have just been like this. Okay, so first thing that we have to do is add a section, regular section. It's always difficult to have it there, so you have to bring it down there, and then you pull it all the way up. And let's say we add now, make it spacing 0 0 so that it doesn't fill out too much of the section. And we can come in here and save it, and then we open the rows, and let's say we give it a row of 2, like a big one and a small one. All right, and in the first row section, we should take the header. I think it is actually, what is this, post title. Okay, and here you can come down here, elements, you turn off you can turn off the metadata, you can leave the rest if you want. It all depends. You can come in here, style it. For example, you can come to the header text, and then you put this. I was using this one, and I mean, this part, it's all for you to decide on what you want to put, but it would normally take like the the photo that is the custom photo of the blog. So now the other part now is the important part. Go back to your code, and this is what we're looking for, this short code. You copy it, copy, and then if we come back here and then we paste it, you open a text module, you can delete all this, and then you just paste that short code. All right, and this is how it goes. Perfect. So what you see here is that you can always come here and go down to border width so that you give it a bottom and give it that color, whatever color that you choose, you can put it there. And then you can always come here, since the sizing here and spacing, you come here to the bottom spacing and then you give it something like 10. I'm just giving this, but you can always, it will be for you to style it the way you want. So the option here is I've actually put the CSS code here because I just duplicated this. So if you come here, for example, and then you go to the CSS, this CSS here that I've already just added it here. So you have to come down here and then you go to advanced, and then you take CSS, you just copy the CSS code here. If you want it exactly the way it is, you copy it, and then you come back and you just paste it. Let me just, like, if you don't paste it, this is how it normally looks. All right, so if you paste the CSS code now, for example, then it looks a bit more better. Okay, you can always come in here with the CSS, you have the custom box, and then you can always come in here and change the color to the color that you want. All right, perfect. You can always play around with the CSS, but that's for you to decide. And then possibly you can come in here. What I did, for example, here was that I just added, it's not there now because you cannot see it, a social button. So for example, you can first write a text and then you put something like visit our social media pages, and you can style it the way that you want. You can give it that, you can style it black, and then you can make it bold, depends on what you want. You can increase the size, something like that. Okay, and then you can come down here now and then you take social buttons, and then you can place that Facebook, Twitter, whatever you want. Okay, and then you can add, for example, I don't know, dribble, whatever it is that you're using, and then you can come in here and style it the way that you want as well. And then you can come down here, for example, I'm just giving like some styling examples, divider, and then you can add a divider at the bottom there so that it has some kind of a style. You can take this and add it here so that it gives it like some space, but it's for all of you to decide on how you want to play with it. So if I go back now to the blog article itself and I refresh it, then it looks something like that. All right, I think it looks more better, right? So that is what we did here. Sorry, I just have to add this. Ooh, we have like the text, which is this one. All right, and then you can increase the size. You can decide what you want. Okay, and if we go back to the post, then you can see it there like that, written by quite simple, right? All right, if that works for you, I hope the video is clear enough. Thank you very much. If that helps you, please go ahead and click the subscribe button so that I can post more videos. Thank you very much and have a nice day.